Hello, my name is Michelle, and I'm basically making this video for my future self, but if anyone else gets, like, inspiration from it, that would be awesome. I'm surprised you found this video, to be honest. But here we go. Dear future self, I hope things are going well, but this is just to kind of have you look back on life and see where you are now compared to where you want to be in the current day. So, I listened to a video by the great Timothy Ward recently about how you should know where you want to go. You should know what you want to do in life. But if you don't know how to do it, that you then needed to flip the script and decide on what you don't want to do. So, here we go. Here is what I don't want to do, and then we're totally going to make it positive. So, I don't want to have to get up super early anymore. So the positive is I'd like to be able to sleep in. I also don't want to have to wake up to an alarm clock. So I'd like to be able to have a natural sleep cycle. I don't want to stay in one place anymore. The itch is to travel, and I'd like to do that while also making enough money to support myself. Something else that I don't want to do is I don't want to work security anymore. Currently I do work security, and not only do people not respect me in the position I've been in because I've been working security for over 7 years now, but I also don't like the fact that they don't listen to me. That is a big thing for me. They don't listen, even when I bring up something like safety issues. Where I work, there's a couple of safety issues. Nothing has been done about it. They're currently in process, but normally that just means out of sight, out of mind. It's not going to get fixed unless it actually causes harm to someone other than myself or my fellow security officers. So I don't want to work security anymore. I do know that I'm a very creative person. I like to crochet. So hopefully you have found something that calls to your creative spirit. And something else I don't want anymore, and this is general and not work related, which I should have prefaced that before, but whatever, this is for me and I know what I'm talking about. I don't want as much shit as I have. I have way too much stuff that I don't use, so I will probably be making several videos about me getting rid of a lot of the stuff that I don't need. Most of it will probably go to Goodwill, some of it will go into the trash, some of it will just go out onto the curb. Very little of it will actually get sold for extra income because a lot of what I have isn't necessarily something that has a lot of value to it. So that is probably going to be the next couple of videos that I plan on making. Something else that I don't want to do is and having to put this out is kind of hard, but I don't want to be normal anymore. I don't want the American dream. Whatever that looks like nowadays, as far as I'm concerned, democracy is dead. We're living in how did I put it? We're living in a capitalocracy. The more money you have, the more decisions that are made in your favor. Of the people, by the people, for the people doesn't apply anymore because the 1% basically make all the decisions. So there is that. Something else that I don't want to do is I don't want to continue buying stuff. I don't want to continue putting myself in debt. Because I'd like to escape the rat race. I'd like to eventually be able to have, a small side hustle that doesn't necessarily take up all of my day, and then I can do whatever I want. Whether that is traveling or playing video games or donating extra money that I happen to have to streamers that I really like. That's really my goal. I believe that one of the things that I'm most eager to do is to be generous, is to have the generosity, have the money to be generous. And that for me is something that's like really huge, because abundance is all around us, and all we really need to do is to tap into it. But a lot of us have been trained to live in the scarcity mindset, to live on survival mode, and that it's just not working for them. We're working so many extra hours just to make ends meet, just to buy a house that's, might be falling apart, might not be, that we have to continue to upkeep, and it's just not something that I find sustainable. Honest to goodness, some of the current passions that I have is to be more sustainable, to make my own clothes, to make, the coverings that I use, the blankets that I use, that sort of thing. But it's also to be like, oh look, there went my train of thought. That's nice. But not just being sustainable, but to like be more sustainable. One of my current interests is in van camper life or living out of your car. I happen to have a very small car, and I'm not a very small person, so something like a camper van or like a mini RV might be something that interests me, and it would definitely help me save money, because I don't have to pay rent. I say rent. Taxes. I currently co-own a house with my mother and my aunt, and it's great, but it's not what I want anymore. So that's something else, is to find a way to take home with me when I travel. I'd also like to get out into nature more. My plan was to film this out in nature, but when you're sitting at 90-degree days for weeks on end, it's hard to do that. So I figured I would just put something out. Yeah, I had a whole plan, and that plan went out the window, so we are definitely improvising. And if anyone besides myself is watching this, you will certainly know that I'm a bit of a rambler, and that this is definitely unscripted. If this is what you like, go ahead, subscribe. I will be posting more like Rambly videos, along with like showing everyone my downsizing because oh my god, I have so much stuff. I don't know how I managed to get all of it. Copious use of Amazon is definitely one of those, but we're working on that, because I don't want to spend any more money. I don't want to be in debt anymore. I don't want to have to live paycheck to paycheck. And thinking about taking out another personal loan to make sure that everything that I want to do is actually covered. And also to pay down my credit card bills. Again. Any family that's watching, hey, you know what's up, you know how it goes, and You can, if you have something negative to say, you can go away. I'm not doing the negative thing anymore. I'm trying to set better boundaries for myself. Future me will probably be much better at that than I am now. But still, it is definitely something that I would like to do, is to set better boundaries, more secure boundaries. I would like to get into more tarot card reading. I'm an empath, and so I do use tarot to help me sort things, and I do smudge to make the negativity go away. But I'm also not a fan of the toxic positivity that negativity does not exist. It does. I acknowledge that it does, but I'm not going to let it affect me negatively as much as humanly possible. Part of the reason why I'm actually starting this series and this channel is because my stepfather passed away recently. He died of cancer. And it was very quick. It was, he started coughing up blood at the beginning of February. At the end of February, he was officially diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and he died at the beginning of May. So, I got the up-close and personal show of life is very short, and things can happen very quickly. And it was from there that I started looking at where I was living, what condition I'm living in, where I'm working, and finding that it wasn't good enough. So we are going to continue to document my journey to a healthier, happier me. Hopefully not in the same place that I am. I have given myself a year. We're thinking of selling our house in the spring, and for the first couple of months after we sell the house, I will probably be living out of my car, which means I have a lot of downsizing to do. So, future me, I hope you're watching this video and that you're in a much better place than where I'm at right now, and that you are happier with where you're at. If anyone else has managed to find this channel or this video, and you want to follow along on my journey, awesome. I'm not entirely sure how you found me, but especially considering I am not social media savvy at all, hashtags still confuse me, and descriptions even more so. So, if anyone other than me is watching, I hope you are having a wonderful, lovely, positively fantabulous day. And if you'd like to join me on my journey, you are more than welcome to. Subscribe, like, whatever it is that, YouTubers do. Or people who watch YouTube do, which I do way too much already, but it is a good form of escape, and I will see everyone, including myself, later. Bye!